In the last video, I demonstrate how I use my Create Python program to convert English and Chinese scripts into captions. This time, we get our hands wet. Before proceed, let's download the Python script. There are 9 elements in our app. We'll go deep in these elements in the next videos. We will use a very simple grid style for our layout. I will walk you through the whole process. Let's go. Here we rename our download file to whatever, which is inside the app folder that you create to hold the Python file. The first thing to define is the root. Control F5 to run the program. This is the program scripts converter. Under click event, there is the root, which refers to the window frame of our app. You can call it window, doesn't matter. Usually, I will use root as it is widely used by developers. The click event section defines basic things such as the title. Inside the title bracket, you can type the title text. People tend to comment it out. People tend to type the title directly like this. Control F5, run the program, and you should see this. The root.title shows whatever here, whatever inside the bracket will be displayed. I don't want to dig out the title every time I change the title. Remove it. Instead of typing out directly, I refer it to a variable and I change it to scripts converter 1. Control F5, run it again. Now the title shows scripts converter 1, so I don't need to dig out the code. Instead, I only need to change the variable. Move on to the root.geometry. There is a variable win size inside, which is coming from this one. To make it larger, change it to 840 times 560. Control F5, run it. It's a bit bigger now. Now let's move on to element 1. Here you see me define all elements as labels because I can change it easily later. We treat things like Dropbox, text area, those kind of things as elements. Each element has 2 components, the element itself and the element location. Here I use the simple grid style to locate each element. Remember, the first row is row 0. The first column is column 0. Then we'll run the whole window frame with root.main loop. Just to show you element 1, Control F5 to run it again. Inside the program, you see element 1 here is located on this row, which goes horizontally. This is row 0, row 1, row 2. Remember, the first row is 0. The columns go vertically. This is column 0, column 1, column 2. When you look at element 1, the row equals 0, which is the first row, and the first column, column 0. That means both row and column equal 0. For element 2, the first row is row 0, and the column is column 1. Take a look at element 4. It's a label on the second row, which is row 1, and column equals 0. That's how the grid system works in Tkinter. We'll start working on the elements in the next video.